I'm back. Bam! Now we're actually gonna organize my books. There's a lot of books. Let me show you first what we're working with, and then we'll try to clean up. Yeah. First of all, let's take away all the things that are not books, like my Belle doll, my Hermione doll, my other doll, and my other doll. No, I'm kidding. And then my super awesome Wally. Isn't he cute? Anyway, yeah, we'll get that away. And some of these other things that aren't books. Okay. So we'll start with the first. I mean, most of the books that I have here, I have read. So I think this is gonna be easy to organize. And yes, I'm calling it Marie Kondo-ing because I'm taking away all the books that I don't want, like Marie Kondo said that we should do. So yeah, Marie Kondo-ing. Okay, I have my classics like the Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, Ancient Greek Philosophers, all the Jane Austen ones. So that's gonna stay because that's like the classics. I have my Percy Jackson Greek Heroes big book. This one, this huge book, which I love. That's also staying here. I have Furryborn, but I haven't read it yet, so that's gonna stay here too. I have read Grave Mercy. I don't know what you thought of it. I didn't really like it. So I think this is going to be the first book to go. But yeah, I mean, I've always loved stories about gods and about, especially like the god of death. And it's so awesome to me that this was about like a girl who was chosen by the god of death to like kill the people he put a mark on. But then it just turned into a very damsel in distress-y kind of book. When you read a book that you like, you really like it. Like you're like, this book didn't make me feel like that. So I'm sorry, Grave Mercy, you're going. But that's okay, because you're going to someone who wants you more than I do, so yeah. Second book is in Spanish, Seducing My Ex-Boyfriend. I read it. I think it's for someone that is younger than me. I don't think it's intended for a 19-year-old, more like a 15-year-old. Because I was pretty like slow and naive and cute and just not what I like to read now. I don't ever read a lot of contemporary like YA novels, but still the ones that I do read have a little more substance. This is to Wattpad. I'll give you a dare, do it, and then they actually fall in love kind of thing, which I'm not into anymore. I was into when I was like 15, but not anymore. The next book that I have is Warcross, which I have read it and I did love, so I'm not gonna give that away. Not gonna give that away. The next book that I have is Warcross, which I have read it and I did love, so I'm not gonna give that away. Okay, so I have 3 Dark Crowns, which I really liked, and I have One Dark Throne, which is the second book that I haven't read yet, so that's gonna stay. Stars Above, I really love the Lunar Chronicle, so I don't want to let this go. The only problem with this series is that I have most of the books except Scarlet, which I have in my old Kindle, so not having the whole books kind of just, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna read this again. I'm just gonna leave it here for a while, and if after a while my mind just decides that it doesn't want it, then I'll just throw it away. I have The Walls Around Us by Nova Ransuma. So this is gonna stay because I haven't read it yet. I have The Princess Diaries. This is gonna stay too, because Carrie Fisher was awesome. So I can't let that book go. I have 7 Ways We Lie by Riley Redgate. I really like this book, but it was just really basic for me. It didn't do a lot. The only thing that I really liked was the end, because one of the characters is an actor, so her arc, let's say, because it's a really small book, so her small arc I liked, but apart from that, I just found it very shallow. So this is gonna go. Then I have The Weight of Zero by Karen Fortunati. I really like this book. I mean, I had never read a book before with someone who had bipolar disorder, but I do have to say that this has to go. I didn't love it completely. At the time, it taught me a lot of things, and I'm proud of reading it, and I really like it, but I think someone else would love it even more than I do, or would need it even more than I do. So yeah, this is going away. Fangirl. Fangirl is not going anywhere. Fangirl is one of my favorite books. This is staying here. Tell Me 3 Things by Julie Boxbaum. This book is so cute. I loved it so much. It's so... my heart, it has to stay. For now, it's gonna stay here, okay? For now. Okay, we're going to the second one. I have my collection of Sailor Moon, which is staying, and my collection of Peachy Peachy Peach, which is staying too. I think The Beast Within. If you don't know about these little books, they're like retellings of the Disney stories. They have like a new twist into it, and I picked this up because Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite stories ever, because Belle is just the best. But I don't know if it's because I pick a lot of retellings about Beauty and the Beast that just some of them kind of not do it for me anymore. So yeah, this is gonna go. Before the movie came out, I read Love, Rosie. This book is beautiful, and it smells so good. But I think it has to go. I didn't love it as much as I could have. This is so hard, guys. Okay. Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld. I haven't read, so that's gonna stay. I picked up The Isle of the Lost by Melissa de la Cruz, which I haven't read yet, and I know I'm kind of old to read this kind of book because it is about the Descendants movie, but I still want to give it a chance, so that's gonna stay here. The Alchemist by Michael Scott. Again, I haven't read it. I should read it. People have told me it's good, so that's gonna stay. I have Robots vs. Fairies, which I think was a pretty cool book. I haven't read it yet, but when I read what it's about, like, I don't know, it's just cool. It's gonna stay. And then here we go again. As Old as Time. What If Belle's Mother Cursed the Beast? This book, first of all, it's huge for a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. And second of all, the first 30 pages, we already know what's gonna happen. I liked it. There were some things that I really liked that they put in on it, but I just, at the end of the day, it's not one of my favorite books. I wouldn't read it again, so this is gonna have to go. Then I have City of Bones, which is gonna stay because City of Bones always stays. I have Clockwork Princess, I have Lady Midnight, and then I have Glittering Court, Midnight Jewel, and The Emerald Sea, which are all by Rochelle Mead, which are gonna stay because I love them and I haven't finished the last book. And then A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is also gonna stay because even though I didn't like it as much, Sarah J Maas always has room in my shelf, so that's gonna stay. I have the Demigod Diaries, including new short stories, games, and more by Rick Riordan. I kind of don't see the point of staying, like, of still having this book. But, like, it's a classic. Like, Percy Jackson was one of the first books that made me want to read it in the first place. So, I can't. Even though I'm not gonna look at it, read it, smell it, it has to stay. Okay, so I have the... Why do I have these? I have the Times Special Edition of The Magic of Harry Potter. Probably has to go. I have way too many magazines. And then I have the illustrated Harry Potter books, which are gonna stay too because those are life. So we're going to the last shelf. This is gonna hurt. Okay, Geekerella, I didn't like as much. I feel like I shouldn't give it away. Cause like I really like the second book. Even though the second book is not necessarily like a second book, you still need the first one, right? Okay, no, I'm just gonna do it fast. Like, so no, I don't need Geekerella anymore because I like the second one better than I like this one, and it's a beautiful book, but it's just not my cup of tea. And then I have a little something different, which I talked about before. I just found it. It's cool, it's weird, it's something new, but it wasn't enough to keep me interested. Then I have Where You Go, Bernadette, which is a really good book. It's being turned into a movie. I didn't know that. I just found out like last week, and I was like, what? Wait, when? Why didn't this have more, I don't know, more like trailers, more like people saying that it was gonna happen? Still, I like the book, but it was kind of a letdown. Like the ending was just like, so this has to go. Okay, next, The Program by Susan Young. I only read the first book. It was okay, but I just didn't really like it. Kind of felt like where the future is going, but whatever. Bye. Clockwork Prince is staying. Winter is staying. The Darkest Minds is staying. Splintered. This book has to stay, I'm sorry. Then I have Where the Trees Sing, which is an awesome book. I have it in Spanish, but I'll show it to you guys. It's by Laura Gallego, Donde los árboles cantan. So Where the Trees Sing. It's an awesome book. If you haven't read it, read it. It's one of the best books I've read. I am gonna stay with this book because this book is awesome. No, now I want to reread it. Another Spanish book from when I was younger, El Atlas Esmeralda, The Emerald Atlas by John Stevens. This was a great book. I'm gonna stay with this book because that was a great book. And then I have The Diabolic by C.J. Kincaid. Good book, good plot. I liked it. Kind of knew where it was going. I know there's a second book. I'm just not gonna read it because this could have been the end for me. This could have been like a clean cut, like a one book only thing. So yeah, this has to go. I have Shadowhunters and Downworlders, a Mortal Instruments reader, edited by Cassandra Clare, which teaches you all about, you know, Downworlders and Shadowhunters and stuff. It's cool. All my Cassandra Clare books are staying, okay? I'm not gonna fight over that. And then I have my Hogwarts library, with my 3 awesome books: Quidditch Throughout the Ages, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and The Tales of Beetle the Bard. These are awesome books, and I'm never gonna give them up. Never gonna give you up. Then I have Empire of Storms, which I think I have back home too. And if I don't have it back home, then I'll keep it. But if I do have it back home, I'll donate it. Why do I have 2 copies? The next one is Mirage by Someya Dodd. This book isn't groundbreaking either, but I really liked how it went. I kind of knew where it was going, but I want to read the second book. And for me to remember that I want to read the second book, I need to have the first. So this is staying. And then I have The Mark of Athena, The House of Hades, which are staying. And then I have Selection, The Elite, The One, Happily Ever After, The Heir, and The Crown by Kiera Cass, which are also staying if you didn't know. So that's all my books. That's my cleanup. Empire of Storms, maybe The Diabolic, The Weight of Zero, 7 Ways We Lie, Seducing My Ex-Boyfriend, As Old as Time, Brave Mercy, Love Rosie, Geekerella, A Little Something Different, The Program, Where'd You Go, Bernadette, The Beast Within. And that's it. 12 books, possibly 13 if I check that I have already Empire of Storms in Lima. Yay! I'm gonna donate this pile for people that can buy them for like $1 probably anywhere. Goodwill, the dollar store, someplace nice where they can find a new home and they can be loved even more. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. I hope this wasn't boring as heck. I'm guessing it was. But thank you for coming with me on this journey. And thank you for watching. If you want to see more, like, comment, and subscribe. And just check out my other videos. Peace out. I don't know why I did that. Bye.